Kids is something we don't want. The kids are not. What did he say? No, kids are out of the question. No, no. Okay.
Hi, my name is LaShawn J, and I have another review on Seeking Brother Husbands. Today we will be reviewing Season 1, Episode 5 and 6. Okay, guys, so the first couple I want to talk about today is Mike and Elise. So we pick up where we left off when his mom asked him, if Elise ain't cheat on you, would you consider this lifestyle? And he's like, I get frustrated when people ask me that question because I'm the one who looked it up and chose to do this lifestyle. I'm a full 100% committed to this lifestyle. And I'm just like, Mike, you're lying through your teeth. Okay? You don't want this. You're only doing this because Elise probably gave you an ultimatum or she said she just can't do this marriage no more if we can't, you know? You probably didn't even want to do this because you didn't want her to cheat on you no more. So you said, okay, I'll probably figure something out. Let me be in an open relationship so that she don't cheat on me no more. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. But you do not want this. You don't want this lifestyle. So he tells his mom this is 100% his decision. He was the one who came up with it. And the mom is just like disappointed. And she's like, you know what? This is crazy because even with the situation with me not even having no grandchildren. And he's like, maybe kids might still be on the table. And Elise is like, heck no. I don't want no kids. I already told you I don't want no kids. And then Mike is like, but it might be, remember? And she's like, no. And then he turns around and say, okay, well, no. You know what? We don't really want kids. Why do Elise speak for both of y'all? Why everything that comes out of Elise's mouth you just obey and you just do? Why? What are you, her little servant, her little serpent? Like what? I don't understand. Like this, what do they call them? Simps? You're past that. You're just, I don't know. You're a doormat at this point because it's clear that Elise wears the pants, she wears the skirt, she's everything in this relationship. Like, why? You could view your opinion. Hello, Elise. I know you don't want no kids, but I want some kids. Maybe not right now, but maybe down the future, I want kids. Like, just say that. It's nothing wrong with, oh, I might want kids. I said I didn't want kids before, but now I do. People change their mind. Nobody stays the same. The earth don't even stay the same. Life don't even stay the same. You don't stay the same because you age and you don't look like what you look like when you was a baby. So why the hell are you supposed to stay the same and just keep on agreeing with what she wants? Say no, I didn't want it before, but now I do. Anyway, so they leave the little picnic area they was at and they start walking off. Mike goes and tries to talk to his mom one-on-one and his mom is like, are you sure? Like she keep asking him, are you sure this is what you want? And he's just like, yeah. She's like, look, y'all was even disagreeing on the kid situation, so what's up with that? And he's just like, yeah, don't worry about that. That was just a little misunderstanding. And he reassures his mother, yeah, I want to have an open relationship with his wife. So the next thing we see Mike and Elise, they're going to the beach. They're going to talk because Elise is like, you know what? I was a little bit confused when Mike brought up the baby situation because I thought we was on the same page of us not having kids. And she's like, she brings Mike to the beach to talk to him. And she's telling Mike, so, you know what? I felt like the whole thing with me and the parents went good. Us explaining what we're doing and stuff like that went good. And I do feel like your mom didn't believe you wanting to do this. But you know what? I'm happy, you know what? You stand up for me, whatever. But what was the whole thing about the baby situation? And Mike explained, like, well, me and you had a conversation not too long ago about you might wanting to have kids or you might changing your mind about that. And I brought that up and she was like, but this is not the time to bring it up. And he's like, well, he was saying basically they were so open about everything that happened and what they're doing and what they're going through that he thought this would be a perfect time to bring it up. And she's just like, no, this is not a perfect time to bring it up. I'm tired of people saying, I'm a woman. I'm supposed to have kids. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do that. And Mike is just like, okay, calm down. We don't have to have kids. But he's playing soccer. They playing soccer on the beach. And he's like, but what if somewhere down the line somebody decides that they don't want to do this open relationship no more?
What? Well, just I don't know. Like, what if one of us changes our mind about like not wanting to continue to date other people? Like, do you think that's something that could potentially come up in the future?
I mean, it's a conversation we would have to have.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, who knows? I would be shocked if that kind of conversation came up anytime in the near future, you know?
And he's like, well, Elise is like, well, that would be way down the line because we just started this open relationship. I didn't even get to play the field how I wanted to. So it's not anytime soon. And Mike is like, yeah, okay, I understand. What? Mike, just let her know you don't want to do this. Like your friends know it, your mother know it, we the viewers know it. You don't want to do this. Just don't do it. Why? It's not worth it. She gonna be out there running around doing whatever she wanna do. You gonna be depressed, and it will be all for nothing. Just to what? Just to make her happy? So you have no happiness in this? Like it should be some balance. And it pisses me off that Elise doesn't see somebody she's so in love with and she's married to, and she doesn't see that that person isn't happy. How do you not see that your husband isn't happy with this open relationship, regardless if he suggested it or not? That's just like somebody saying, Elise wants to go to the movies, Mike want to go bowling, but it's Mike's birthday. And Elise is just like, but I want to go to the movies. And he's going to the movies just to make you happy. And you don't see the look in his eyes on your way to the movies. You don't see how he's reacting or how he's emotionally detached while you're watching the movie. Like, how do you not see the signs of your husband not being happy in this open relationship? How you don't see the signs of him being forced to do this just to hold on to what was or what he thought it was? Because clearly you was never happy if you cheated on. You can't cheat on somebody you're so in love with. It was something missing that you went out and cheated on him. So he's doing everything to keep you and keep you happy, and you do nothing to keep him happy. You're not doing nothing at all to keep your husband happy. You're just a taker. He's a giver and you're a taker, and it's just horrible because he's suffering at the end of the day. He doesn't like this idea. He's not open to this idea, and we can see it in his face. So it is what it is. He wants to torture himself instead of just come clean and be honest with this person you married to. Just be honest with her. I don't like it. I did it. I thought I could do it. Because I loved you, I wanted to do it for you. I tried it. Now, that's some love right there. He tried it for you, but he doesn't like it. And he does not want no part of it. That's all he had to say. And Elise, if you don't like it, you can go on and think you can find better out there, but the grass is not always greener. Okay? Anyways, the next couple I want to talk about is Tyga, Kenya, and Carl. So other than like Elise's and Mike relationship, everybody's happy in this one except Tyga, but he gets happy in the end. So we see Kenya and Carl, they're shopping. They're looking for some bedding for Tyga's new room. And they're just talking about the ceremony and, how Tyga feels uncomfortable that David is there and he doesn't know where he stands anymore. Kenya's moving him out of her room and he's just being unstable in the relationship. So fast forward, we see Kenya and Tyga, they're talking, they're taking a stroll, she's walking a dog and they're talking, and he's expressing to her, hey, is David a potential husband, brother husband? And she's like, yeah, he is a potential brother husband. And is David trying to take my spot? And she's like, no, he can't never take your spot. So Kenya expresses, yeah, she has interest in David and she's now dating David. And even though she's moving Tiger out her room, she loves Tiger. They've spent 10 years together. He's irreplaceable. And she just wants to show him how much she loves him. She gets down on one knee and she proposes to him. Um, Tiger says yes, he's been wanting this for so long. We see the next scene, Tiger, Carl, the kids, Kenya and Carl kids are all ice skating. And you know what? Honestly, at first I thought this was very weird. Just not normal. And I just didn't understand it too much. Now watching the dynamic of Kenya, Tiger, and Carl and the kids, even the kids, Kenya's daughter was like, you know what? I had two dads, and when one dad didn't pick up, I had another dad. The family structure was great. Like it was just more people, more love, more support. And I kind of understand it a little bit. And I see like they're truly happy with their dynamic. Every family is different, every dynamic is different, every relationship is different. And I kind of like was more open to it as far as what she's doing with having two husbands. So the kids grew up with Carl and well, Carl's their dad, but they grew up with Tiger and Carl, and they loved it and they accepted it. At first it was strange because she said she introduced her kids to Tiger at 5, 7, and 9, I think it was. And it was first strange, it was different, it was unusual, but hey, just like there's two mommies in the household, there's two daddies in the household. Why can't they be two husbands and a wife in a household? Why can't they be two fathers and one mother in the household? So, you know what? I'm here for it. Because clearly they're really in love. The three of them, Carl is supportive in every way. He's accepting. It just seems like normal. Just watching them in this last episode, it was just very normal, and I was just like very open, and I was like, I kind of understand it now. I kind of really do understand it now. At first I didn't, but I do now. So they're ice skating and they talk about the wedding, and the kids are just like, yeah, it should have happened a long time ago. They've been together for so long. They love Tiger. He's very supportive. He loves their mother, and that's really all that matters. It really doesn't matter my opinion. It doesn't matter nobody else's opinion. They're happy in their dynamic, and that is all that matters. Nothing else in the world matters but their happiness, because they're the only ones who can live their life, basically. Nobody else can. So we see the daughter, I guess she's like the maid of honor. She is at getting her hair and makeup done with her mother, Kenya. We see Carl, his sons, and Tiger and his son from a previous marriage are all setting up for the ceremony. They're gonna have a traditional African ceremony. And you know what? Kenya's talking to her daughter, and her daughter's just like, it's about time. And she was just telling her daughter, you know what, I'm gonna give him the ring, and you know what? Hey, life is supposed to be lived, and we don't have to live it just the way they say one husband, one wife. We just live it how we want to live it. And I was like, you know what, Kenya? You're right. Live life how you want to live it, not what society says you're supposed to live it as. You live it how you want to live it. And if this is what makes her happy, then kudos to her. Because she's happy in the situation, Carl is happy in the situation, Tiger's happy in the situation, and the kids are happy in the situation. So we're clearly seeing a union with everybody's happy. Other than Elise and Mike, Elise is the only one happy. Mike is not happy. But so they have their wedding. They read their vows to each other. Carl was the officiator at the wedding. It was a beautiful ceremony. They danced, they hugged, they cheered, they screamed, they laughed. And she's like, I got my two husbands. They went on a honeymoon and they're currently looking to build a house with a 3 bedroom because Kenya is still dating and she needs a space. So the next couple we're going to talk about is Dustin, Vincent, and Kim. So we see Kim, she's on the phone with her brother Mike, and she's saying that, you know what, that's the only person she really could talk to in her family because her family doesn't understand her having an open relationship with her husband and they're not supportive of it. She grew up in a very strict Christian household and they don't support her, and it seems like they don't even really talk to her because of her decisions. So, um, she invites her family over for a barbecue and nobody shows up but her brother. Her brother shows up. He helps her build a picnic table. She said her brother used to live with her before, and he just lets her know, you know, they're just not ready to handle this type of situation, and it's okay. Like, it's not for everybody. When you decide to do certain things, you just have to understand it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. So you just have to be willing to lose certain people. But what I always say, when one door closes, another one's open. So when you lose certain people, you know, you gain certain people. She'll lose her family, but then she gain another brother husband. So it evens out in the universe. So she, you know, she has a little barbecue with her brother and Dustin, and you know, he goes home, whatever. Dustin proceeds to make like a little romantic night for her because she's been so stressed out, and that is so wonderful. I just don't understand why do Kim need so much more when she has just enough right there. She has Dustin right there by her side, supportive, loving, caring, affectionate. I don't see why she needs more. But so he did a little romantic um date night for the two of them. He had the rose petals, he had the hot tub, he had the candles, he had the wine, he had everything going for the two of them. So he invites her, he calls her out, she comes outside, she's surprised. She's like, wow, this is beautiful. They talk about Vincent and she's just like, I don't know where me and Vincent stands because you know we're not communicating. He's not supportive about me dating other people, and I just need to have a talk with him. They get in the hot tub. It's all a romantic. Um, the next scene we see, she ends up asking Vincent to meet up with her. They go. They sit down at like it's like a pond, and they talk. And she's just like to Vincent, you know what? I wish that it could end at you, but I don't want to force you into something you really don't want to do. And I am somebody who wants to be in an open relationship and date around. And it's just not going to end at just dating you and having my husband. I want multiple partners. Basically, that's what she was saying to him. And he was like, you know what? I wish it could go back to how it was with just the three of us. And I was happy that way. But it, we can't. So, you know, it's basically over. So they basically broke up. In the ending, we find out that Dustin and Kim are still close friends with Vincent, and Kim is still actively looking for other partners. So, yeah, I really wish that Kim would have just stayed with Vincent and Dustin. They seemed like they got along. It was a good dynamic. She also said that guy that she was talking to, went on another date with him, but she's not really talking to him like that no more. Um, I just think that she should have just kept her relationship that way. Um, yeah, but she broke up with Vincent and she's currently dating again. So we're gonna go on to Shar, Patrick, and Noble. So we see Char and Valentino. They're like on a hike, and they're on a hike. They're still getting to know each other. They come to like a waterfall. They're talking about. She's basically talking about her letting Noble go. Like, Noble, your position. She's about to give you that final notice. So, because, Valentino's here, he's willing to, have a baby. At first, Valentino's is like, he's not ready for kids. He doesn't want to have a baby. But now he's just like, I'm open to the idea, hopefully in the near future, but I am still open to the idea. So, he's like, you know what? I can't tell you to not to let Noble go. I'm just here to support you. So the next thing we see Char, she meets up with Noble and they go sit down, and it's like a lunch date or something. They go sit down and talk and figure out what's going on here. So Char's just like, look, I've met this guy, I'm dating him, and it's like I don't see the purpose of me and you dating anymore. And Noble's just like, what? So instead of you dealing with somebody you already know and you're familiar with, you gonna boot me for a new guy? I never thought I was gonna be replaced. That's y'all problem. Y'all keep thinking it's permanent when it's not. It's temporary. Your job is temporary. Especially if somebody want to be in an open relationship, you always temporary. This is not a permanent position. This is a temp agency you dealing with. So stop acting like you in a permanent position. Okay? That was Noble problem. Noble problem was that he kept acting like he had the permanent position when he was just a temp. So Shaw's just like, no, I kind of like this new guy better. And he's ready to give me what I want, which is a baby. So, yeah. So she broke up with Noble. She breaks down. She's crying because she's like, I don't ever want to hurt nobody. But it's not working. So she leaves. Noble's just like, well, she actually told him they could still be friends. And he like, I don't see the point of us being friends anymore. We're not even dating. What are we friends for? Thank you, Noble. What are we being friends for? We don't need to be friends. It ain't work. All right, thank you. Goodbye. Next. So, next thing we see Char, Valentino now, and Patrick. They're going to the GYN so Char could check up on her eggs because her clock is ticking. So Char goes to the doctor office. She introduced both her partners. Um, she's like, I'm not sure who's going to be the father. So they do an exam and they told her, you know what, everything looks good. You should be able to get pregnant. But if you want to have a baby, I think you should have sex every single day. And I'm like, every day? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, every day, no. One drunk night, maybe. Every day, because some bitch, girl, it don't take me that long. But, anyways. So, yeah. She goes, she tells the guys, they bring them back in. She tells them, hey, look, I got these ovaries. The doctor said my ovaries is good. They looking like a 25-year-old ovaries. I'm good to go. All right. I wouldn't want to hear that because I don't want no more kids. So I'd have been like, 25-year-old ovaries. You got the wrong person. Run that test again. Run that test again because I don't want no more kids. Oh my goodness. I would go into a Great Depression and have another baby. So, yes. So we see Char, she invites Valentino over to paint because she likes painting, and Patrick's always been in on her painting. And she invites Valentino over to paint, and then they sit down and talk. And Patrick is grilling Valentino. He's just like, so, you know what? If she is to get pregnant, how is this going to work? Because you live in Texas and this is long distance. And Valentino is just like, you know what? I'm working on that. Hopefully, things look up for me so that if she does get pregnant, I'd be able to move and we could, work on this relationship. So Char drops the news, well, like, pertaining to the baby situation, I'm gonna just let you know. My period, I've been missing my period for like 3 weeks now.
But speaking of trying to figure out how we're going to do all of this, it may be a little sooner than you think. My cycle is like 3 weeks late.
You said what now?
And Patrick is like, 3 weeks? He gets up, he's like, I'm thirsty, I'm parched, I need to get a drink. So he gets up and he goes ahead and have a drink. And he comes back and he's just like, 3 weeks? Wow, that's fast. Because Patrick is like, he's thinking he's still in the option in the running to have this baby too. Because whether or not he's intimate, they could just do in vitro, whatever the case is. So Patrick is like scared now. And he's just like, wow, this is fast. And Char's just like, I don't know if he was really thirsty, but yeah, you know, we just got to try to get ready if it is. And Valentino's just like, you know what? I'm not ready, but if we was to have a baby, it would be a miracle. And I'm just still going to be nervous and scared because I don't know what I'm doing with a kid. So yeah, we find out that Char wasn't pregnant, but that's a long time to miss your period and not be pregnant. I ain't ever missed my period for 3 weeks and not be pregnant. Girl, miss my period for 3 days is gonna be already. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, but yeah, so we find out Char was not pregnant. Okay, Patrick, calm down. She was not pregnant. So we do know that Valentino moved in with them and they're trying to work this out. Hopefully Char gets the baby that she wants and everything works out for her. She stopped looking. She don't need no more brother husbands. It should be good. So, final thoughts. I did like this season. I really hope they have more seasons of brother husband. I really hope they have more seasons of brother husband. It was a good show. I'm kind of starting to, at first I was not optimistic about this show. I was just like one-sided and not understanding why would someone break their marriage vows and have several husbands in a relationship. Why would the partner allow this? But I'm starting to see that this is everybody's unique lifestyle and how they want to live their life. And I'm understanding now to not be as much as judgmental as I was, because if it works for them, who am I to judge? So I did like the show. I want to see if Char ends up having her baby. I want to see if David moves in with Kenya and Tiger and how that dynamic is working with the three of them. I want to see, did Kim and Dustin find somebody else other than Vincent? And I want to see how would Mike handle having a brother husband for the first time. I really hope season 2 comes and they don't cancel the show, or we just don't get this one season. I hope season 2 comes and we see all these things happening, because I'm here for it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my videos and would like to be notified every time I upload a new video.